In this mini presentation, I'm going to explain the concept of imperfect information. This will be a review all the way back from Chapter 12 on market failure. In Chapter 12, we learned about the sources and remedies for market failure. We've seen videos on most of these, but the sources of failure are positive externalities, negative externalities, imperfect information, imperfect competition, public goods, and inequity. Now I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into imperfect information itself. Just like it seems, market failure can result from a lack of information. If suppliers don't have good information regarding consumer demand, they will be unable to respond to the needs and wants of society. If consumers aren't aware of all of their options, like where to find the best prices, they won't be able to make the right choices to maximize their happiness, which happiness is one thing we've talked a lot about in this class and what drives economics. If consumers aren't aware of the benefits of a good or service, the demand for it will be too low. In order to fully understand how imperfect information can lead to market failure, it's important to understand asymmetric information and adverse selection. Asymmetric information is when either the buyer or the seller has more information than the other party. So, for example, if cigarette manufacturers don't allow customers to be fully aware of the risk in smoking, the demand for the item will be too high. And if consumers aren't fully aware of the health benefits of something like avocados, then people don't buy as many as they should. This can also be seen in something like false advertising for vacations. Thinking you're buying a luxury vacation at a good price to only end up in a rundown hotel in a bad area is another example. Similar to buying a used car that is perfect on the outside but has too many problems that are unnoticeable by the consumer. Another important concept to understand is adverse selection, which is when one party takes advantage of information the other party lacks when the second party is deciding what to buy or sell. This can be a bit confusing. That definition can be a bit confusing, but in the textbook there's a graphic that shows an example of how this is seen in the health insurance market. This man knows more about his insurance needs than the insurance company does. This can cause market failure if insurers charge prices that don't account for the risks their customers take, like jumping over this long line of cars. Another problem with imperfect information is moral hazard, which is the problem of people taking more risks when they are insured against the consequences. Typically, when people have insurance for something, they're less likely to treat it with as much care, and it's difficult for the insurance companies to accommodate for this. It makes sense because if I have insurance for my phone, I care less about breaking it. There are different approaches insurance companies have taken to try and fix the problems with asymmetric information. The Affordable Care Act offers different levels of coverage for people with different lifestyles. Car insurance companies use different information on drivers to price policies according to the risk. In approach to tackle the moral hazard issue, there are co-payments, co-insurance, and deductibles that put some of the burden of the risk on the risk taker. And as far as the overall information goes, the internet and technology have provided ways for easier distribution among the consumers. An important question to ask is why all of this matters, why imperfect information matters. And the answer is when markets fail, the result can be too much of things we don't like and not enough of things we do like, such as this center education that we get every day.